Hey fellas, how you doing? I'm Iru3 and welcome to my GTA 5 chat show. Today we're going to be talking about the interview IGN have just put up with one of the Rockstar devs. Now, I'm not going to go through and talk about everything that was in here, but I'm going to break down and summarise some of the notable things that I thought happened. So, at the end of the video, if you like this, of course, go ahead. You can subscribe to me or like the video or whatever it is you want to do. But, yeah. One thing I noticed is that they seem to be putting a lot of their emphasis on making you realise that they've tried to make everything work a little bit better. Yeah, so they've not just created another game and, added a few features here. The features that already existed in other games that are in the game as well have even been put in and they've been improved. Everything from driving to the shooting mechanics to the walking animations, to, the vaulting, the everything that's there. You've got elements of Max Payne 3, Midnight Club Los Angeles, Red Dead Redemption, what with the weapon wheel and stuff. Everything's been put in there, but it's also been tightened up a little bit and made to feel more fluid. There's a quote here saying pretty much every mechanic has been heavily reworked to try and make the player think less about the mechanics and more about what they're doing, so that they become more immersed in the world and the situations they are in as they play. And I think that's a really good thing. I like it whenever you don't just it's less of just a features thing. You get some games where they come and say, oh, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do that. There's a long list of stuff you can do, and it's all new to the series that they're doing, but the stuff that was there and that made the game good in the first place hasn't changed at all. It's exactly the same, and you've just bundled a load of stuff on top of it. I don't like that. I like it when they've come out and they've said, look, we've seen that a lot of the shooting mechanics have obviously come from a mix between Red Dead and Max Payne 3 primarily. I'd imagine there are elements of Red Dead in there, but the weapon wheel, of course, comes from Red Dead as well, and of course the driving would come from Midnight Club LA, and I think that's going to be very, very good, because that is a racing game, and you'd imagine that in a racing game the elements of that are going to be much more suited to driving than it was in GTA. So they've used a lot of that, which is good. We knew that already, but it's good that they're making that a prime thing that they're wanting. We would hope that gamers will notice overall everything is much tighter, more consistent and more fluid and more intuitive. Pretty much every mechanic, like I said, has been changed. The player should easily be able to pull off cool moves so they feel really part of the action. For example, driving has been completely reworked so it's much more responsive and direct, allowing controllable handbrake turns and adding a little bit of wheel spin at exciting moments, while still allowing the player to keep full control. The game, the same is true for shooting, core locomotion, and pretty much every system in the game. So that, I think, it will be noticeable. You will know that is a big part of the game. So lots of time and effort went into the combination of shooting, targeting, animation, and camera work. GTA is about spontaneous, classic action shootouts. We think the players will appreciate being able to run and shoot comfortably from the hip, and with new transitions in and out of cars and in and out of cover. There is a new range of customizable targeting options as well, and that is good because different players like to feel and have the option to play differently. Of course, different situations will probably require different targeting options, and of course, it's good like that. I think it is good. A lot of time should be spent thinking about how you're going to go ahead and use what you've got available to you. Every refinement, from the physical reactions to being shot, to much more intelligent combat AI, to the depth and variety of the ambient world, to gunplay mechanics, to player climbing and vaulting into the world, should add up to a ton of large and small changes to the way the game feels and plays. We're excited to see what gamers make of everything, and I think really a lot of it will be me going in and saying, oh, you won't even need to be looking for it. I think that's what we're going to get from this, that everything has been worked so much more. We don't even need to think about what's gone on. We can just see that it's so much better. Yeah, it looks so much better than me. With a game like GTA, you can't really force those spectacular moments on the player. What you can do is design a mission to create the possibility for them to happen. What they're saying is that they've worked it and combined everything so that everything feels much better, and even when you've got that option, you can go in and it still feels great. It's a great simulation, so awesome. Right, next quote is, as a gamer, I also feel a bit cheated when you're forced into something, or a big set piece moment is just a quick time event. we have a big set piece. We have big set pieces, piece sections of gameplay, but it still feels organic, and the player will feel in control. It also feels so much better if you've created it yourself. So that's what we tried to do here. GTA is about that. You've got options. When you've got an open world, you want to feel like you're in that open world, and everything about it is, for the most part, being done by you. I do feel quite annoyed sometimes when there are some beautiful games out there and they look fantastic and the stuff you've got to do is brilliant, but you are just being pushed down a tunnel. I've seen a few games where it's, the background design is awesome and you'd want to go and have a look, but you can't because they want you to go down this road. And I think GTA does that, that whole freedom of choice stuff very well. But there's a lot of stuff that they've said that they've worked on here. But I think they have admitted that they thought GTA 5 was going to be very ambitious, and they've surpassed their expectations. And I think that's very good. I do think that's good. Before I finish up, though, I'd like to say that we've heard rumours that there's supposedly going to be a gameplay video out tomorrow, which is, of course, Friday the 6th. I don't know about that. Take that as gospel, but keep your eyes peeled, because, of course, IGN are doing this all week, aren't they? They're doing it up until, I guess, Friday. There should be a link to the article that I was just kind of taking a few of my notes from in the description, so you can go and have a look at that. There's a few screenshots for you to look at, and of course, if you want to read and actually have a mind, go over there and do that. But there is, of course, a 17-minute video over there as well for you to have a look at. I guess that's where they talk you through everything, and you get a lot more from that. I think whenever you do a video of something and you're actually able to speak into a microphone, you can say a lot more than you can on a page, because on a page, of course, it is just one page. You've got to be very concise. A lot of stuff gets lost. Some of the smaller details may be thrown out of the window in the in the cutting room. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that video. I mean, it was a bit different. I feel as if I was ranting about crap sometimes, but of course I open my mouth and what is said is said. So if you could go ahead and like the video, I'd appreciate that very much indeed. You all came out of the woodwork with yesterday's video. I appreciate that as well. But either way, we're very close to 10 days away from GTA, and when we are, I'm going to be doing a countdown, gentlemen, so you better stick around for that. Either way, I will catch you in a bit. Control freaks.